Super Draco here, and welcome to Why, the show where I don't always have an answer to that question. Today we're building the Lego Infinity Gauntlet set. Why did I buy this one? Because it was on sale. I was walking through a Walmart and found one marked down because the box was tore up. Which was weird because when I checked the box, I couldn't find even any real damage other than just some slight marring from just getting tossed around during shipping. Anyhow, so it's Lego, so I don't figure we need me going through super detailed instructions or narrations or anything, so we're just going to chill and enjoy the build. So, first up, no new subscribers since the last episode of Why, which is okay. As I keep saying, I want to do things to grow the channel, and if I can get monetized, I'm going to immediately use that to funnel all the money, if any, I make back into the channel and subsidize buying things so I can make more content. But I also am a realist, and I think that getting monetized for me is going to be unlikely because this is a niche channel, and I don't think I'll ever compete with the Let's Players or even some of the big model builders. But again, that's okay. I like to take it easy. I like to have fun. This is why I build models, because it's fun. If you're not having fun, that's when you got to reevaluate what you're doing. So anyhow, as it'll be no surprise to anyone who watches my channel that I'm a huge nerd. I mean, so far we know I like Gundam, I like BattleBots, and I don't lie. I like professional wrestling, I like comic books, I like video games, I like Star Wars, Star Trek. So that shouldn't be a shock to anyone, and it shouldn't be a shock that I love the MCU. My favorite movies are probably Iron Man, Captain America, The Winter Soldier, and Avengers Endgame and Infinity War, the original Avengers. So, and as the short showed, I actually already have 2 Infinity Gauntlets, but when I saw this, I wanted to know how, basically with everything that I buy on impulse, it's just because I want to know how the build works. But more than that, the drum lacquered gold really spoke to me on a visual level and made me go, wow, I like the look of that. So anyhow, since I'm already talking about it, I'm just going to ramble about movies for a while. Because I'm actually excited the MCU is going to do another take on the Fantastic Four. Because honestly, I'm just hoping that somebody can finally get Dr. Doom right. Because they've tried twice in the movies, and the first one was close, but not quite. The reboot Fantastic Four, I'm not even gonna lie, I didn't even watch it. And I've always been told that it was probably for the best that I didn't watch it. Which was a shame, because I was interested in Michael B. Jordan as the Human Torch, but regardless. But anyway, so beyond that, Spider-Man No Way Home was excellent. I think Willem Dafoe as Norman Osborn and Green Goblin really helped carry that movie with pure presence. And, Alfred Molina as Dr. Octopus was great. And I gotta admit, I was a little on the fence about Tom Holland in Captain America Civil War, but he's really grown into the role, and I like the fact that he's portraying the really young the Peter Parker who's just starting out. And at least to me, I kind of like the parallels because in the old comic books, Peter Parker worshipped Reed Richards, and in fact, he broke into the Baxter building trying to convince the Fantastic Four to let him join. And I kind of think the MCU is mirroring that, but they use Tony Stark because, at least at this point in the MCU, he was the most famous superhero scientist type in the world at the time. So I would think, that he worshipped him. And allegedly, I don't know if this is true or not, I've heard several people say in Iron Man 2, the little kid in the Iron Man helmet with the toy repulsor during the big fight scene at the Stark Expo was a young Peter Parker. So, they made it make sense, and it really mirrors the original comics. And now that No Way Home is hit, they can take Spider-Man in a number of directions of him finding his way without his Stark tag. And I should have put a spoiler warning, but it's April, and honestly, it's on digital now, so I don't think this really needed a spoiler warning. Otherwise, talking about movies, The Batman had no business being as good as it was. It's weird. For as much as I enjoyed The Batman, I wasn't bored by it. And everything was so well done. I'm in a weird limbo where I kind of don't think I want to see a sequel to The Batman. But I don't know what else to say that other people haven't already said about it, because I think it sums it up perfectly. It had no business being as good as it was. So beyond that, I haven't been watching movies too much, so I guess we'll talk about other stuff. Because I haven't really shown it on this YouTube channel, but I'm a huge Transformer collector. I'm excited for the Legacy figures because my collection is almost at a point where if I'm honest, I just need one more character, and at any point I can say I'm done. Because the only character I'm missing that I think is an essential for finishing my shelf is Desaurus or Deathsaurus, depending on your what pronunciation and translation you like. To go with the HasLab Star Saber that'll be coming out this year because I backed it, and so I have a Star Saber that'll be coming. But yeah, Legacy figures. Bulkhead was the one that confused me in the first few pictures because the pictures didn't really do it justice. But now that people are getting it in hand and posting, well shot, well lit images and videos, now it's really growing on me because I want to get it in hand and see how I feel with it with the rest of my collection. I'm not getting the Stunicons. They look cool, except, the reveal of Motormaster, he commits the cardinal sin for Motormasters, which is why I don't like any of the Masterpiece styled ones that the third-party guys made. Where basically the trailer is just a skeleton for Menasor, and you just plug Motormaster into the middle and stick the Stunicons on the sides of the arms and the legs. And while it's screen accurate, I get that it's at least partially targeting collectors because G1 is what most collectors' bread and butter is. But I just find it kind of lazy. But since I'm not a masterpiece collector, I'm not missing out with the masterpiece ones, because I bailed on the masterpiece line around the time, because I missed Masterpiece Optimus Primal, and I was sad, but I'm also not sad with how many people told me that it was having paint chipping problems. But then when the prices just got insane, I just noped out, because the last one I got was Ultra Magnus. And Ultra Magnus is very good, but I don't know if he was good enough to justify his price tag. But that's a different conversation altogether, because we're talking about Legacy. I'm excited for the Knockout, even though he's just a heavy retool of Studio Series 86 Jazz. If the leaks are accurate, I'm excited for the I guess in Wave 3 or Wave 4, Leader Beast Wars Dragon Megatron. I love that toy as a kid, and I actually still have it. It's not doing so well because the rubbery bits were not meant to last the test of time, but I can still display him if I want. He just needs a little bit of tender love and care. But, and then for those of you that are actually watching and listening to me ramble, I appreciate you, because I don't know if I can sit here and listen to myself ramble much while I'm editing this. But anyhow, so I guess while we're here and I'm rambling, I'm going to bring up the channel analytics real quick, because I wanted to shout out, because I want to shout out India and Vietnam, because y'all have been hitting my videos pretty hard, or pretty high right now. So I'd like to say thank you for watching. I should have taken the time and pulled up how to say thank you in their languages. I'll have to do that in the next video. Beyond that, like I said, I don't think we've had any new subscribers lately, which is not a big deal, but whether it happens this month or next year, when we hit 50, I'm doing that giveaway. So when we get closer to that, again, I will post a video with details about the giveaway. So I think that's all the real housekeeping I need to do for the channel. Other than that, I've been on a weird kick lately playing older games. And I'm starting to think Watch Dogs is an underappreciated game series. Because, the first game was kind of a meme because, yeah, the protagonist, he was so edgy and grimdark that it was funny. But then Watch Dogs 2, I think, really introduced a lot of life into that franchise, and I just got Watch Dogs Legions in the recent sale, but I haven't played it yet. So I'm excited to see how that goes. Oh, model-wise, I said I wanted to get a 1-to-100 Gundam Virtue for the in document building. I have not had luck finding it. All my normal stores have had it sold out. Well, that and the money I had set aside for it, I'm going to have to use to buy shoes. Because I was helping my brother build a A-frame roof over his back porch, and somehow blew my shoe apart. Which makes no sense to me, because I got one splinter, blew my shoe apart, and otherwise did not get injured in any way, shape, or form, which is unusual. But anyway, I don't want to bore you about that. So otherwise, I think I've rambled enough. If anyone is appreciating it, let me know. Give the videos a thumbs up or leave comments or something to tell me you like what's going on. Or dislike it. Dislikes usually tell me when I need to change something. But otherwise, otherwise, for all the new visitors, thanks for watching. For the subscribers, thank you, and I hope you continue watching. Otherwise, take care of yourselves. Thanks once again, and we're going to go out on the music.